What's up, guys? It's the Metal Marauder, and welcome to another video. Today, we're going to be doing another reaction video. Today, we're going to be doing a Chills Mega Reaction. Now, the first video we're going to be doing is, I believe it's the creatures caught on camera, a giant, my God. It is 10 mysterious giant creatures caught on camera. Okay, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay, so let's get right into it. 3, 2, 1.
Some of the creatures on this list have been well identified for years, while others remain a mystery. Try to imagine how you would react if somehow you found yourself face to face with each of these giants. Or better yet, how would you survive? Chills.
That intro is fire.
Number 10. Luis checks the mail. Luis Camacho is getting his mail one sunny day when he suddenly stops and looks around.
That's a crocodile, dumbass. Hey, it's the truth. But like we can all clearly tell that that's a crocodile. And more notably, what is this? What is this right here? It's got the cursor. Is that like a stain on the wall? Might be. Is that it hissing? And why is there a ball down there?
It's hard to describe, but somehow his surroundings feel different and mysterious. He soon locates the source of his bad feeling. After getting onto his hands and knees and peering into the sewer grate, this is what he sees down a long tunnel. A giant alligator looks back at him, its mouth wide open. It lets out a ferocious hiss as a warning sign not to come any closer. The two of them hold eye contact, and then Luis quickly backs away to call the authorities. The alligator was removed shortly thereafter, but Luis will never forget how close he came to having to fight for his survival. It would have been a struggle that he probably would not have won. One more thing, look closely at the tape.
What the hell just happened? Oh, we're buffering. Okay. What is going on? Deactivating weapons for activating.
And you'll see a small green ball resting by the alligator. I can't help but wonder if, moments before this recording, a small child or dog went to retrieve the ball and saw the same thing that Luis did. Number 9. The Curious Blob.
The Curious Blob. Hello, you damn blob! No one cares. There's advertisements. Oh my God.
Blob. This footage, taken from a British oil rig, looks fairly normal until a massive monster slowly rises from the depths of the sea.
Oh wow. The ocean is scary. The ocean is very scary. I'm trying to this webcam because it's scarier.
Its shimmering, shapeless body is both mysterious and mesmerizing as it glides across the ocean with a silky stride. The camera person excitedly pans around to keep the beat in their sights. Unable to believe what they are witnessing, the formless monster hangs around the rig for a while before losing interest in moving on. When this video first surfaced, most people thought that it had to be part of a whale, but that theory proved incorrect. Scientists said that part of the whale was too nutritious to float around the ocean for very long, and that it would be eaten almost immediately. They were eventually able to identify the creature as a giant jellyfish called the Deepstaria reticulum. Number 8. The largest gator ever. Imagine being on a nature preserve and seeing this scaly monstrosity walk directly in your path.
This gator.
We know what an alligator is. Don't be an idiot. What is going on with you, dog? Fed you earlier. Shut up. Jesus Christ. Oh. I just stubbed my damn toe.
Had quite the audience yesterday at Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County. Kim Joyner is sharing this video with us. You can see the gator slowly walking across the grass.
That's exactly what happened to the visitors of the Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County, Florida. Fortunately for them, the alligators seem to be more concerned with finding water than finding food. The largest Florida alligator on record is a little over 14 feet long. The wildlife resource officials believe that the alligator in this video could have been larger. The only problem is that they are too afraid to get an official measurement, and I honestly can't say that I blame them. Number 7. Leviathan hears a giant. A YouTuber named
It's Leviathan. Like, honestly, like, I'm sure that this guy's invested in like cryptids, horror, all that. Like, I'm sure he knows how to pronounce Leviathan. Like that's. I feel like that's common knowledge for people in the horror community. But then again, I'm like really different. Okay.
Leviathan is on a hiking trip when he hears strange noises in the distance. Just when he seriously suspects that he's not alone in the woods, a series of large footprints confirms his suspicions. He now fears for his safety and has already decided to leave when he hears the same noises again, much closer now than before.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do whatever you want.
I'm buying that bullshit. Get that bullshit out of here.
The predatory call encourages him to make a quick retreat back to civilization. Leviathan still has no idea what was making this noise or exactly how large it was. Number 6. The slimy find. These gigantic slimy mollusks are hunted in the Philippines for their strange shells, which resemble an elephant's tusk and sell for around $200 a piece. Scientists have been finding their hollowed out shells for years, but only recently did they get their hands on an actual specimen for further study. When they cracked open its shell for a closer look, this is what came slithering out. The 5-foot-long creature flops out of its casing and stinks up the room. It was found in a sulfur-rich mud pool where it had been feasting on putrid bacteria for years. Who knows what else researchers will find at that location. Number 5. The construction worker discovery. Construction workers in Brazil were performing a demolition job when they came across the flattened remains of a 33-foot anaconda. If you want to get a better feel for how gigantic this snake is, just count how many seconds it takes them to film the reptile's entire body. Not much more information about this story is available, but then again, not much more information is required. This is a gigantic snake that, given the opportunity, would have little problem squeezing your ribs until they cracked and making you its next meal. Number 4. Stalked and eaten. If you ever travel to the Indonesian islands, be on the lookout for these 150-pound human-hunting lizards. The Komodo dragon has a never-ending appetite that allows them to eat up to 120 pounds in a single meal. In other words, they can eat something that's 80% of their own body weight without much of a problem. They will even eat humans if they become desperate enough for food, which is surprisingly often. They have been known to ambush stray tourists on trails and have even gone after entire villages. In 2007, for example, an 8-year-old boy was hunted by a Komodo dragon. He did not survive. Other famous incidents include a Komodo dragon who ate the top of a person's foot while they were visiting the Los Angeles Zoo. Number 3.
Okay. It ate an 8-year-old. Wow. Someone needs to keep a better eye on their kid if they're messing with dangerous animals. But yeah, that's just me.
The Sky Creature. This footage was reportedly taken on a
something
flight somewhere over Zambia. A person is casually recording out their window when a giant humanoid creature starts to materialize in the distance.
Oh my goodness.
The creature
Okay. Are we sure that that's not one of those weird cloud monsters? Is it that one thing? I think it's from Trevor Henderson. I think it's called the Sky Monster. Yeah, Sky Monster. Yeah.
creature seems to keep pace and ride alongside them for a moment before disengaging and twisting away. The obvious answer to this is CGI. If it's not CGI, however, then what this creature could be is anyone's guess.
This was before the AI revolution of 2023. So, that's just what that is.
Number 2, the Beijing sighting. This footage supposedly comes from the capital of China, where a massive, slow-moving creature...
Okay. This has to be fake, but damn it, that would be so damn cool if it was fucking real. Oh! Like, honestly. Holy. Let's get back into this. I'm sure Beijing is used to big monsters. Because in Asia, okay, I'm not even gonna say what I was about to say. It was gonna be about Godzilla, but that's racist. No.
Creature makes its way across the polluted city landscape.
This has to be fake.
It's hard to tell how many legs this giant creature has, or what its overall intentions are. It doesn't seem to be that aggressive, but the ground shakes under its gigantic steps, and army helicopters circle above, obviously ready, according to the uploader.
Hold up. That reminds me of something. It's one of the Trevor Henderson monsters. I think it's Day 17. Yeah, Day 17, yeah.
This footage was suppressed by the Chinese government, who has a tight grip on all forms of news and social media. This could very likely be CGI, but if it's real, then there is no information as to how this situation was ultimately resolved. Before we get to number 1, if you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. I also have a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. If you'd like to see more of these videos in the future, then hit that subscribe button because I upload a new video every Thursday. Number 1. The Barbados Impossibility. The uploader of this video says that this sighting happened on the Barbados Islands sometime in 2017. A huge humanoid is stomping off in the horizon.
Again, this just has to be fake. It would be cool as hell if it was real, but well, listen. When I realized that real life is boring, and hell, I tried to make up stuff too, but this is not convincing at all. Honestly, man. I'm gonna start this bullshit again.
Its footsteps echoing throughout the tropical night scenery.
The sound effects that make it look fake.
The creature appears to have 4 long limbs and a gigantic bushy upper body that is completely covered in some kind of fur or else some kind of plant growth, possibly leaves or mold. It lets out a huge bellowing roar as it makes its way across the island. In the unlikely case this is not CGI, then what you are witnessing is definitely a modern day giant or some sort, though its true origins may never be fully understood. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new...
Okay. It had some rather stupid parts, but it really got good. Now, yes, that's so proud of Chills because he's that creative. Okay, now we're doing 16 Mysterious Creatures on Live TV. So, yeah, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna have an ad. We're gonna have an ad. We're gonna have an ad. We're going to have an ad. I'm not doubting fact. I'm not doubting it. Oh, jeez.
A live broadcast always carries with it the chance of something going horribly wrong, and in these cases, very mysterious creatures were accidentally caught on camera. Hopefully, you'll never find yourself on the wrong side of the lens, just like some of the people on this list. Number 16. This live interview was taken somewhere in South America. Only when the footage was later zoomed in and enhanced were they able to discover something strange in the background.
Bueno, básicamente en eso hemos sido convocados para la realización del...
Okay. I don't know what that is. Okay, this could be real. Because they're in the middle of nowhere. And so what are the chances of photo bombers in that type of area? So this could be real. So, summarize. No.
What looks to be some sort of extraterrestrial creature with arms that are as long as its legs can be seen casually walking towards them. Its motives are unknown, but it does not appear to be alarmed or threatening. If this isn't CGI, then this is certainly a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence captured live. Number 15. A group of forest rangers set up a camera at the Platte River State Fish Hatchery in Michigan to live stream a nest of baby bald eagles mature. They were never intending to accidentally capture a second, much larger creature instead during the live feed.
Bigfoot.
Love Roblox? Earn Roblox digital gift cards with Microsoft Rewards. Sign up for Microsoft Rewards.
I'm pretty sure that's Bigfoot. I'm pretty damn sure.
A giant humanoid figure covered in what appears to be black fur prowls around the forest floor below. It doesn't look like any other native forest animal, as it clearly stands upright and swings its arms while walking. Maybe it's a person in a full bodysuit, or maybe it's an actual Bigfoot. Then again, since numerous other Bigfoot sightings have been reported in the state over the years, it could very well be legit. Number
Okay, guys. So, I'm gonna discuss something. So, aliens are totally real. The Loch Ness Monster is real. A whole bunch of other cryptids, those are real. I'm really on the fence about Bigfoot, honestly. I don't know. Like, I honestly do not know. Now, yeah.
Number 14. This aerial footage was broadcast live during a period of bad weather in Hebron, Ohio. Take a look at this flooded neighborhood and tell me if you see anything abnormal lurking in the dirty brown water.
Oh my god.
With storm specialist Carl Parker.
Oh. Okay. Okay. It can't be a shark's since it's in Ohio. So it might be like. Okay, I've seen some big fish in my time, so I think it's like a really big fish. I mean that's what I think. So yeah.
So if you want to stay on and have a listen, Carl's been looking at
A worm-like creature appears to wind its way around a house shortly before the camera zooms out. While this could be an ordinary piece of driftwood, from the way it's moving in the water, I wouldn't be surprised if the floodwaters caused some sort of giant parasite to emerge from the sewers below. Number 13. This soccer match appears to be interrupted by a creature from another dimension. One team is about to go for a penalty kick when a strange white figure literally runs through everyone in the crowd without slowing down.
How many cameras in there?
I heard that this kind of effect could be a camera malfunction, but since everyone on the field is standing still, then I don't understand how this kind of glitch can happen. If someone has an explanation for this situation, then please let me know, because this definitely looks like it could be some sort of transparent creature to me. Number 12. This video was streamed live during the 2014 tsunami in Japan. While this man records the rushing waters wash away his neighborhood, he sees what could be a strange creature briefly climb a building and disappear. Watch again in slow motion and tell me if you see the white creature.
That's a damn ghost. I'm telling you right now.
I personally think that it could just be a wave, but I'm not sure. Look closely and you'll see how the wave suddenly seems to change course in midair and go onto a roof instead. I know that tsunamis have a tremendous amount of force, so maybe this is just what happens when a strong wave hits. On the other hand, the person who recorded this video swears that it was a well-camouflaged creature. I'd like to know if you think he is right. Number 11. This video was streamed live from Telemark, Norway. A YouTuber named Odins2 sees a gigantic disturbance in the water, so he pulls over and starts recording. This is what he sees. It starts out as a long and skinny, shimmering mass, but after a while it really starts to take form, especially in the center, possibly as the monster rises very close to the surface.
My God.
Since there are no boats nearby and the water is mostly calm, many people suspect that this is a famous legendary sea serpent named Seljord, which is Norwegian for Selma. It's kind of like Norway's version of the Loch Ness Monster. I guess it could just be fishing nets or a long string of garbage instead, but it's hard to tell for certain. Maybe someone out there with fishing experience can let me know if it looks like any of those things. Number 10. The Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana has been named one of the most haunted places in America. As Vanessa Bolano was doing a news report on ABC, something strange flies past her in the background.
12 spirits supposedly live here, but the owners say they're all
Haunted room in the most haunted house in America. Pretty crazy. Tune in for the full story.
This small white specter moves extremely fast and doesn't appear to be a piece of dust.
Now, this has to be real. I don't care what anyone says. This is real. I fully believe in ghosts, you guys. Like, fully. There's no doubt in my mind that ghosts are real. And I'm pretty damn sure that there's a ghost that comes into my room and closes my door at night. I am sure. And if my dog does not shut up, I'm locking him out of the garage and he's going to freeze to death in the snow. All right. So let's get back to this.
Or any kind of light reflection. Beyond that, I find it an extremely strange coincidence that she happens to be talking about the 12 spirits shortly before this takes place.
That's one
I
of
guess
them.
I could have edited this in for ratings, but given the reputation of this area, I think it could very well be paranormal. Number 9. A local journalist is covering the wintry weather in Springfield, Massachusetts, when a much more interesting story pops up behind her.
6:15 to 6:30. It
What
has
the
not
hell?
let up at all. It is coming down pretty steady.
What in the actual fuck? Whoa. I cannot take that seriously. Okay, so let's look at this here. So the cursor. I don't think this is a creature. I just think that this is the someone that's really bundled up. So yeah, that's just my that theory. I don't think it's anything that weird. I just think it's,
Steadily here in Springfield. You can
The creature looks slow and powerful as it lumbers towards them. Bad weather or not, I find it hard to believe that a monster would just walk around a busy town without some sort of immediate police response. It doesn't look like computer-generated effects, so this was likely just a person in a costume. Number 8. A YouTuber named Jay Katera lives outside of an Air Force base somewhere in the southeast Michigan. He has been seeing some strange things in the sky lately, so he decides to point his security camera straight up and live stream. Not too long after, he captures this strange sighting.
And just so y'all know, I'm completely sure that there are aliens in Area 51. Now, and I'm damn sure that's not the only base that's like that. So this base in Michigan that this person's talking about probably has them too. So yeah, that's just what that is.
Jay Katera isn't sure if this is an alien UFO, a secret government project, or some sort of paranormal orb, but he is sure that it was scanning the ground as if it was looking for something. Let me know if you have a reasonable explanation for this, or if you've seen anything that looks similar, especially if you live in the same state as the cameraman.
So people keep asking us, where do you film your podcast?
Okay. So I'm hearing voices in my house. And I'm trying to think. I'm about to have a scary creatures call camera video because it's either that or the mice. So yeah, let's get back to the video.
Yeah, we shoot everything inside Riverside. I record our show in 4K, even though we're...
Number 7, a YouTuber named Ariette Jane is live streaming a road trip and suddenly an unidentified creature bursts through the traffic, nearly causing a wreck.
Here we are. San Diego Freeway coming up. We are there.
Okay. This guy, I have so many questions, but all right. So let's talk about my theory on the matter. Okay, I think that this is the CGI, and I think that that's the Flash. There's some kind of a DC role play, whatever, and mainly because the other guy is dressed like Green Lantern. So yeah.
Dude, what the hell was that? He wasn't on a motorcycle.
The speeding object leaves a short trail of fire behind, almost like it has a turbocharger of some sort, yet it's going way too fast to be an ordinary vehicle. My guess is this is computer-generated special effects, but if that is the case, then I don't know how he got the cars to slow down all at once to make this shot look so realistic. Maybe there was traffic ahead or something and he edited this creature in later. Either way, Ariette Jane swears that this video is 100% real, and I'd like to know if you agree with him or not. Number 5. This live dashcam video was taken somewhere in Russia. It looks like a normal drive when suddenly an enraged creature changes all of that.
That has to be fake. Oh my god. Like, no.
So the road splitting open doesn't look like CGI to me, which means it's either real or part of a movie set. This next part, however, looks like it could be CGI. The audio kind of sounds like royalty-free stock sound effects, especially the screaming. I noticed that 2 people to the side of the road on the left don't seem to run away, but maybe they are just stunned and watching. Number 4. 2 friends are live streaming in a San Francisco subway tunnel for no reason in particular when they randomly run across something they were never meant to see. A trail of red leads them around a dumpster where they find a distressed woman who is either a victim of her own madness or else something far more sinister.
Okay, listen, kids. Okay. Important lesson today. And this is the National Geographic of crackheads. And I'm pretty sure that this person is either on crack, meth, or heroin, or possibly cocaine. Because they're acting like this. And zombies aren't real. So
The woman herself is covered in red as she twists and screams on the subway floor. The two friends are talking about how they can help this poor creature, or if she can even be helped, and suddenly she lets out a shriek and comes flying towards them. It's hard to tell whether she is a possessed creature or just delusional, or simply participating in a very realistic prank. I'm not sure what happened to them next, or if the two friends made it out alive. Number 3. A live broadcast in Detroit, Michigan captures a bouncing creature in the forest background.
Hey, Glenda, good afternoon to you. Yeah, this guy had no respect for the judge, obviously, and prosecutors say no respect.
I thought that it might be some kind of fox hopping through the grass, but this humanoid creature almost looks like it's running back into the forest, away from sight. Let me know what kind of animal you think this could be, especially if you live in Detroit, and tell me if this is what it looks like when a fox is traveling through tall grass, because that's my best guess. Number 2. This live broadcast captures what appears to be an impossible error on camera. Watch the news anchor on the left and see what happens. Here it is again in slow motion in case you missed it. Everything from a hologram to an alien has been proposed, but
Okay, this is getting stupider and stupider. Okay, that is clearly a camera glitch. And that's literally all it could be.
I guess it could be some kind of camera malfunction. Maybe someone who knows more about cameras can let me know if this is a technical malfunction or not. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram
looks like a mugshot.
YT with underscores instead of spaces. I also have a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. Also, I recently created a subreddit where you can submit videos and stories for future lists. It's r/chillsnarrator, and the link is in the description below. If you'd like to see more of these videos in the future, then hit that subscribe button because I upload a new video every Thursday. If English isn't the only language you speak and you're interested in getting a shout out, click more, then add translations. By translating the video, not only will more people be able to watch it, but a link to your channel will be added in the description. Number 1. What looks like a routine traffic stop suddenly becomes extraterrestrial within the blink of an eye. A police officer asks for a license and registration when things take an unexpected turn. The police officer looks normal up to this point, but then he makes a slight moan and hunches over. You can see all that is left is a smoldering pile of ashes. I can't tell if his clothes were disintegrated as he was beamed into a ship, or if he was simply disintegrated by an energy force field. This could
Bro just got abducted. Bro just got abducted. What? Like, there is like no doubt that that's what happened. I fully believe in aliens too.
be scripted, but the text in the bottom right and the police chatter both seem authentic, so maybe this video is real after all. If anyone understands police code and knows what they are saying in the background radio chatter, then please let me know. Maybe it can help us solve this strange video. Seeing objects move on their own is one of the earlier...
Okay, that was a good video. It had some stupidity, but The next one is just ghost sighting. It says 10 creepy ghost sightings caught on tape. Caught on tape. Caught on tape. So let's watch the video. No, I don't want that. Okay.
3 moms sitting down at the same time.
Oh,
Must
geez,
document
take
this
an
historic
ad.
moment.
Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us.
No,
Plus,
I'm
switch to
perfectly
AT&T,
fine
we'll
with
pay
selling
off your
my
phone
iPhone
balance up to
14.
$800 per line.
Then that I've had since 2023.
$5 sunrise specials. Enjoy our Mary B. Egg, crispy.
Oh, oops.
Chills. Number 10, Ghost Jail. A YouTuber named Junked Up Kitten and his friends are exploring an old county jail. They take a video camera with them so that they can make a parody of the Ghost Hunters television series. Little did the small group know that on this night they would accidentally capture actual evidence of real ghosts. Junked Up Kitten wanders around the property with the camera close to his face while narrating. He passes by an ordinary-looking jail cell window and doesn't think much of it at the time. When he goes back to review the footage later, he makes a startling discovery in the window. It looks like his parody show has turned out to be the real thing. From the other side of—
Oh, shit. And he's the only one there, correct?
of the glass, the colorless reflection of a man's face stares at him. You can clearly see the outline of the ghost's brow, nose, and empty eyes. His head is cocked to the right, almost as if he is sizing up a newcomer. His mouth appears to be a thin, expressionless line. If anything, the ghost has incredible timing. Right when Junked Up Kitten says that he is looking for evidence of ghosts, one just happens to show up in the window. It's almost as if the ghost was trying to make its presence known. Perhaps it was even trying to get a hold of someone who could free it from its miserable cell. Number 9, Restaurant Spooks. Most people think of houses, hospitals, or jails when they think about ghost sightings, but some of the most unsuspecting of places can turn out to be the most haunted. This footage was taken in a popular food joint during broad daylight. A shadowy ghost suddenly materializes in a Subway restaurant. It starts out in the shape of a human and almost appears to be getting a table. When it gets back to its seat, the black shadow suddenly changes into a floating black blob of an orb. At this point, an employee or maybe a customer appears to see the ghost in the doorway.
It took me a second to see
Whoever
it.
they are, they look stunned for a second and then quickly back away. The shadow orb pays no attention to the human as it floats up to the window and lingers there. It's almost as if it's taking a look at the outside world.
Wow.
The ghost starts to rise even higher and shrinks until it fully disappears back to wherever it came from. Number 8, the Ghost Stadium. Ghosts don't have to wait until nighttime before they can begin to haunt. As this Brazilian soccer footage shows, the crowd is happily cheering on their favorite team when suddenly a shadow ghost starts sprinting through all of them.
That's just a
Look
person
closely
running.
and you'll notice how nobody tries to move out of the way. Even though a person is clearly running full speed at them, not a single person tries to pull their legs in or even bothers to look up. They are so concentrated on the game that they do not see, feel, or hear the ghost as it runs directly through the half-filled stadium in a straight line. Number 7, Fridge Ghost. A YouTuber named No Ghost Hunter grows tired of living in a haunted home and decides to videotape the disturbances for evidence. It's a little past midnight when he hears scratching noises, which soon progresses into running footsteps and loud bangs. These noises appear to be coming from all different areas of the home at once. The next day, his HD TV literally begins rocking violently from side to side all by itself. The rocking motion picks up speed until the corner.
Oh, jeez. That might be real. That might be real. I don't know. But yeah.
Corners of the TV are almost hitting the entertainment center, and it looks like the base is going to break. Then the TV starts rocking back and forth the other way. There is nobody behind the television, and there's no way they could have been using strings to do this. The day after, No Ghost Hunter finds a short video on his phone that he is 100% sure he did not make. The video is shot from the ground level of his kitchen. When you look at the reflection in the oven, you can see that nobody is holding the phone. The phone is literally floating in midair. Additional footage shows the TV shaking by itself again. This time, No Ghost Hunter is able to film behind the television to show that this is not a prank at all. He waves his hand above the television to show that there's no fires, and he even films underneath the base to show that there is no rod coming out from the entertainment center or anything like that. The lights cut out multiple times while he films. A few days later, he captures his refrigerator door slamming open and closed again and again. The brazen poltergeist leaves the door open to make sure its presence is fully known. Number 6. Watch from above. A group of British friends are playing catch in a courtyard when one of them sees something strange and points it out to the others. The camera follows his gaze and stops on a pale face looking at them from high above. The sickly person looks at them for a second longer before silently slipping out of view. The group is now creeped out and wants to know who has been spying on them this whole time. They tell the property manager about the face they saw in the window, but she says that it's impossible. The room they are talking about has been locked and unoccupied for quite some time.
Dear God. It's some scary shit.
The manager goes up with them to unlock the door and show them around. They try and find the person, but the place is completely empty. There's no way anyone could have been up there, yet the camera obviously says differently. The mysterious peeper has never been identified. Number 5. Old Pete's Ghost. There's a famous pub in Sydney, Australia, called the Carlisle Castle Hotel. For years, this local watering hole has been haunted by the ghost of Old Pete, a bitter ex-employee who left the earth quite some time ago, but not his job. His ghostly antics have been caught on camera no less than 3 times. The first time Pete was caught on tape, he was helping a customer. The unsuspecting man opens the door to the cooler when Pete decides to grab 2 bottles of red wine for himself. His ghost grip must have not been too tight though, because both bottles go crashing to the floor. Looking at the footage, there's no way that the shelf gave out or anything like that. The bottles were thrown to the ground.
I don't even know where to begin talking about this. I guess this is like a 50-50 chance because I've seen stuff like this happen. Like, what in the hell?
With deliberate force with no one nearby, another incident occurred when the bar was full of witnesses. Everyone is happily enjoying themselves when a hanging red wine glass suddenly dislodges itself and smashes into the counter. Glass shards fly everywhere and the entire bar takes notice. Although this could have simply been a freak accident, what are the chances that, of all the red wine glasses, the one that's directly underneath the server happens to be the one to fall and break? The timing is almost too perfect to be a coincidence. Old Pete strikes again. The third and final tape reveals a glimpse of Old Pete himself. The bar is empty this time when the angry ghost suddenly materializes in front of the security camera. If you look closely, you can make out Old Pete's head at the bottom of the screen. He appears to be waving. Many other bartenders and customers all claim to have seen Old Pete for themselves in one way or another. It isn't uncommon for tapes to turn on by themselves, and the bartenders have seen what they can only describe as strange things while counting down their registers after close. To make this all even stranger, all of the bottles that go crashing to the floor are always high-end red wines. This just so happened to be Old Pete's favorite drink, at least when he was still with the living. Number 4. The Church Disturbance. Steve and Jake are wandering around the woods one summer night with a single goal in mind. They want to explore an abandoned local chapel that's rumored to be haunted. As they approach, they see that someone has written prayers and warnings all over the outside wall. The 2 friends instantly get a bad feeling about this adventure, but they're swallow their fear and decide to press on. The rickety main door is locked, so they sneak around back. Already, they don't want to be here much longer. They had explored an old clock tower earlier in the day and were greatly disappointed by a lack of paranormal activity, but they could tell this church is way different. The place looked and felt quite haunted. They go up some wooden steps and enter through the back door. They shine their flashlights deep into the church's main assembly. There's rows and rows of wooden pews ahead of them. They pass by a podium and notice a piano. Then they head deeper inside. Now they find themselves inside of a small maintenance closet. They close the door behind them because they don't want anyone sneaking up on them. It feels like anyone could be watching them right now. They see a ladder to the left. Steve is about to climb it until Jake jokes that a body is going to fall down on him if he does, so he decides not to. That's when the piano starts to play from outside.
Right now, a child is being diagnosed with cancer.
We cannot save the...
Oh no. Oh my god, turn it off, turn it off. Piano. Is that piano? Should we go out there? Is that door open? Is that door open?
It's a soft and haunting piano melody that fills the church. Steve and Jake shut off their flashlights and keep recording. They debate whether or not they should go outside or stay here, where it's semi-safe. They realize that they can't spend the entire night trapped in the broom closet of a haunted church, so they turn their flashlights back on to see who is playing. Sitting at the piano at the far end of the room is a black hunched-over phantom. They scream and shut the door. Jake cries for a bit, then they run away through the back exit. The music stops as soon as they leave the church. They were hoping that the music stopped because it was over, but in reality, it was because the ghost had gotten up from the piano to chase them. They run a good distance before pausing to look back into the dark scenery. It seems like they've gotten away, but then the ghost finds them and they run away screaming. The camera cuts off as they fall back deeper into the woods. At least one of them survived and uploaded this video onto YouTube, where it's remained for the past 10 years. Number 3, the teleporter. Two girls are alone in their house when one of them sees something in the doorway. Pause the video and you can see it's clearly the upper half of a young girl who is dressed in old-fashioned clothes from another time period. She is floating in midair as she curiously peeks in on the two children to see what they are doing. One of the girls still doesn't see the ghost. She shouts at something that's on television and accidentally startles the ghost away. The girl with the camera follows the ghost as it retreats. The ghost instantly teleports and now stares at them from the top of the steps. The scared girls run out of the house screaming. They stop only for a second to turn around from the street. They can see the ghost girl walking across the left window on the top floor. It vanishes and then suddenly appears on the bottom floor in less than a second. They scream even louder and take off again. Number 2, stay out of the attic. Back in 2008, a man started to notice some strange activities around his house. He would often come home from work to find his dogs cowering under the bed, too afraid to come out. One of his dogs would only come out from under the bed for a brief 10 seconds at most before going straight back.
You know it's bad when the dogs are scared too. What the hell?
Back into hiding. Something was intimidating these large dogs badly. The owner starts to hear banging noises coming from all over his house. He begins to look around, eventually traces the noise to his attic and goes upstairs with a camera for a closer look. Everything is completely trashed. Boxes are overturned and clothing is scattered everywhere. Something has violently flung all of his personal possessions all around. As soon as he goes back downstairs, he hears another huge bang and runs right back up the steps. He puts the camera down and searches the empty attic for clues. A nearby metal bucket falls over and he runs out of the room before he gets hurt. Another object hits the ground on its own and the camera moves to the right on its own too. The homeowner was too scared to look at the footage. He waited a week before going back upstairs to get his camera. By now, he is understandably quite paranoid. He begins recording everything he does in his home, and it isn't long before he has more paranormal evidence. One day, his radio turns to static and a spirit orb rushes out the window. Later, someone violently jiggles the doorknob to the door that leads to the attic. The door opens and shuts by itself. The radio goes back to normal soon after. Things look to be going back to normal for a second, but then a paper towel roll suddenly flies up from the table to the couch, and the radio starts making more sounds again. The video recording starts to get fuzzy too, as if a ghost is causing electrical disturbances by passing by. Both of his dogs begin to look in the same spot as if they are following something. Whatever it was, the man was never able to physically catch it on film. He was only able to record it.
Dogs can see ghosts, you guys. Like, honestly, dogs can see ghosts. Like, there's no doubt.
Strange and oftentimes violent behaviors. Before we get to number 1, if you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. I also have a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. If you'd like to see more of these videos in the future, then hit that subscribe button because I upload a new scary video every Thursday. Number 1, Ghoul School. This footage comes from somewhere in the Middle East. A group of teenagers are curiously exploring an old school. They go up a flight of steps and pause when they hear a dog whining on the other side of the door. They all run down the steps and gather at the bottom. They're afraid of being attacked by a group of stray dogs now, but they decide to press on and explore the lower areas. The group finds bravery in their numbers and begins to joke and laugh again as they make their way down a long hallway. They open a door and find graffiti on the wall. Other people had been here before them. Maybe this place isn't so bad after all. The teens grow a little more nervous as they continue to poke around. They are laughing less and starting to go silent. Something just isn't right about this section of the building. A YouTuber named Zabin Jaguar translated their comments. He says at this point one of the teens say that their phone shut itself off even though it was fully charged only a moment ago. Another person was able to keep recording, though they probably now wish they hadn't. They enter one classroom in particular and get a dreadful feeling. Suddenly a figure actually appears out of thin air and walks towards them. The ghost is missing his head, but there's somehow no blood. A loud chanting begins as soon as the ghost walks towards them, but this may be prayers from a nearby mosque. Amazingly, the group all appears to have missed the ghost, which explains why they calmly continue to keep exploring. They wouldn't see the apparition until much later, but when they did, they would never forget what was heading straight towards them in that room. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new—
Yeah, that was just another person, honestly. Like, yeah, okay. So next we're doing, okay, the final video we're doing is, it's 11 Bloody Mary challenges that mysteriously worked.
He needs pants.
Got it.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, no.
Hustle.
Copyrighted music.
Although the legend has a few different variations, most people agree that Bloody Mary is the manifestation of the Queen of England. I strongly suggest you study these videos first and think about the potential consequences of summoning her. A lot of people claim to have never been the same since inviting Bloody Mary into their home, so be careful. Number 11. The Believers. It's Friday the 13th, and unlike most of the other videos on this list, Chris and Jeff actually believe in Bloody Mary. They are prepared to run for their lives the moment they see any trouble. Jeff stands outside of the room with a flashlight, while Chris goes inside to summon Mary by himself.
Okay. Oh man, that's kind of creepy. Come on, man, you gotta. Can you please be in here? No. Please. No.
Chris hesitates for a long time before finally uttering her name 3 times. Nothing happens, that is, until he turns around to leave. That's when Jeff sees something.
I'm serious, I seen something. Did you get that on camera? I don't know. You freaking scared the woman in there.
Jeff says that she was tall and reaching out for him. Some YouTubers say if you slow down a portion of the video, you can see a person facing the wall with their back to the camera. Let me know if you see anything.
Get that on camera.
Number 10. See, it's all over. An older brother is trying to show his younger sibling that Bloody Mary is not real. Now the two of them are alone in the bathroom to test this theory out. They say her name 3 times in the dark, and when they turn the lights back on, they mistakenly think they are safe.
See, it's all over. See, that's not gonna happen.
Oh shit!
Number 9. Now say something. A YouTuber named DX5K doesn't really believe in Bloody Mary, but at the same time, he just can't seem to stop trying to summon her. This is his 3rd try, and it seems to be going as poorly as the other 2 attempts. He gets an idea and decides that he should try to summon her in total darkness, and that's when things start to get interesting in a potentially paranormal way.
Maybe without the candle. Wow, I tried to blow the candle out and came back on. Let's try it again. Wow, that's actually spooky. I can't blow the candle out. This is getting interesting. This I like. Let's go.
The candle continues to stay lit despite blowing straight on it. You can hear the curiosity in his voice as DX5K starts to consider the possibility that he may not be alone after all. He quickly shakes the thought out of his mind and tries to blow out the candles for a 3rd time.
Now, say something. I blew your candle out. I seen you kept trying to put the candle back up. It's lit.
This time, the candle goes out and he resumes talking trash for Bloody Mary. This could be proof that the legend is not real, or maybe Bloody Mary does not show up for non-believers. If it's not real, then I'd like to know why he couldn't blow out the candle. It doesn't really sound like he is acting. Number 8. The Family Challenge. Brianna and her father decide to take the Bloody Mary Challenge, so they head for the bathroom mirror. Strange events start happening before they are even ready.
Oh my gosh, I have to turn the water on? What the heck? What the heck?
Did you? How the water just like made water? The thing made water noise.
Right when I said that.
Brianna lights a candle, turns on the sink, spins around 3 times while saying Bloody Mary, and then this happens. They hear a loud crash, and they also think they heard a faint scream. Brianna tries to summon Bloody Mary one more time in the darkness, this time without candles. She is startled by something and says that she can see Bloody Mary, but her dad messes up and doesn't catch it on camera. All we get to see is her frightened reaction as she sprints out of the room and leans against the wall in fear. She could be acting, but then again, some people in the comments section said that they could see something in the mirror when she is running away. Number 7, The Back Scratch. Guava Juice is a YouTuber who is tired of hearing strange knocking sounds all over his house. He reasons that if he can summon Bloody Mary, maybe he can get her to communicate with the other spirit and possibly convince it to go away. Little did he know that things are going to be 1,000 times worse by the end of this video.
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Oh my God. Bloody Mary. Oh. Okay. Now we wait.
It doesn't take long before Bloody Mary announces her presence.
You hear that? Yeah, I heard it. It came from upstairs. If you're here, give us a... Whoa.
Balls. All 3 of them feel uneasy now, and they're ready to leave, but much to their dismay, they find that the lights no longer work, and the door itself is mysteriously stuck shut. They finally manage to open it after a while, but their door problems aren't over yet, as the door across from them glides shut on its own. Apparently, Mary is now on the loose in their home. They politely ask Bloody Mary to leave, and then Guava Juice feels something tearing at his back. He takes off his shirt and finds 6 claw marks. No one really knows exactly what to do next or how to react, which I would say is completely understandable given the circumstances. I don't think Guava Juice ever gave an update about the spirit in his home, but if he did, then I'd really like to know more about it. Number 6. Sisters meet the Queen. 2 girls are alone in their room when they decide to play Bloody Mary for fun. They look into their mirror and say Bloody Mary 3 times in a row with serious expressions. They wait for a bit before
this video gives me an idea.
That
nothing happened. Disappointing, right?
they are talking about trying it again during the night when something interrupts their thoughts.
That's weird.
They both look very serious, especially when they notice the cord to their overhead light bulb is now swinging on its own.
The light.
See? Dollar Shave Club just has great razors at a great price and no bull.
I'm fine with the razor I have very much.
Almost as if someone had brushed past it. It's just the two of them and the door is locked. They quickly end the video. No doubt feeling very uncertain about what they've just done. Number 5. The Faceless Reflection. According to the legend, there are many different ways to summon Bloody Mary, which means that the method you choose could change what happens to you. The person in this video uses a slightly different method that I've never seen before. Instead of spinning around 3 times and then saying Bloody Mary, she says Bloody Mary once after each spin. This is the end result. Her face becomes smeared, and she quickly darts out of the room. If this video is real, then it appears that Bloody Mary somehow removed all of her facial features, perhaps as a warning. Number 4. 100% real. That's what this YouTuber thinks about Bloody Mary after making this video. He says her name way more than 3 times, and then begins to taunt her out loud.
Are you real Bloody Mary? Or you just a joke? Did y'all just hear that?
Still not convinced, the brave teen says her name some more and waits. It isn't long before he gets his reply.
Do that. What's going on here?
Drawers are opening on their own, the faucet turns on, and he soon concludes that Bloody Mary is very real after all. He goes to grab the door and finds that it won't budge. He puts his hands on top of his head now, obviously distressed. Just when he is sure that he's a goner, he manages to open the door and make an escape. Number 3, Behind You. Sean learned about summoning Bloody Mary from a friend. He thought about it for a couple days, and then decided to try it for himself to see what happens. First, he tries to summon her with the lights on, and he isn't surprised when that method doesn't work. Next, he tries it with the lights off, which is something that he is a little hesitant to do, and with good reason too. He says her name 3 more times, and this is what he sees.
God.
The hunched over figure behind him gives him a startle, and Sean turns out the lights just to make the terrifying scene go away. When he turns the lights back on, she has vanished. Just like in other videos, the doorknob gets jammed as he tries to leave, and then it suddenly releases. He retreats into the main area of his house, and the video ends. I will say that this video could very well be fake. Maybe Bloody Mary is really just his sister, or someone else he knows. His reaction seems a little off too, kind of like it could have been staged, but then again, he might have been really frightened and just trying to keep his cool for the camera. It's hard to tell for certain. Number 2, Nick Gets Bloody. A YouTuber named Nick makes it clear from the beginning that he does not believe in Bloody Mary in the slightest. He turns the lights off, and then 3 times in a row he sarcastically says,
Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
See you guys later.
Before he has a chance to finish his sentence, the figure touches him and he falls to the floor. If this was real, exactly how this video was recorded or uploaded remains a mystery, as it looks like Nick might not have pulled through. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. I also have a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. Also, I recently created a subreddit where you can submit videos and stories for future lists. It's r/chillsnarrator, and the link is in the description below. If you'd like to see more of these videos in the future, then hit that subscribe button because I upload a new video every Thursday. If English isn't the only language you speak and you're interested in getting a shout out, click more, then add translations. By translating the video, not only will more people be able to watch it, but a link to your channel will be added in the description. Number 1, Dad's wrong again. 3 friends bravely choose to summon Bloody Mary while one of their parents records. They recite her name 3 times in the mirror, and when nothing happens, they decide that the legend is a bust. The dad makes fun of them for a little bit, and they go on with their day.
I guess now we know that Mary Worth doesn't like you.
According to them, it wasn't until much later that they actually looked at the video and noticed some strange occurrences that made them upload it onto YouTube. Look at the countertop in the upper left-hand corner.
Oh, please. Come on now. Well.
Oh, shit! I don't know other ideas of how to get her to dump other mirrors.
Maybe it takes a little longer.
Like how long?
I don't know, like a couple minutes.
The candle appears to move by itself on at least 2 separate occasions. I guess it could have been magnets, but I really don't understand how. It's important to add that they were all picking the candles up to light them just a moment earlier, and nothing was hidden underneath. Give me your best guess as to how they moved these candles. Or better yet, tell me if you think it was Bloody Mary who was moving them. Thanks for checking out this video.
Alright, guys. Yeah, okay. Now, it's time I announce something. I'm doing Bloody Mary. I'm doing Bloody Mary. I swear to I swear to God. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch. Join my Discord server. The link's in the community post. Join my subreddit at r/metal dungeon. And bye.